A love story that began in the corridors of Motown Records in 1963 would become one of the music industry's greatest scandals. The relationship between 24-year-old talented young Marvin Gaye and 41-year-old Anna Gordy caused major controversy, not only because of their age gap, but also because Anna was Berry Gordy's sister. This marriage would propel Marvin's career to new heights on one hand, while turning Motown's internal dynamics upside down on the other, and would eventually end tragically. If you want to hear this story to the end, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell. Because the story I'm going to tell today isn't just a love story, but also the story of a complex drama where power, money, and passion intertwined. On a cold Detroit winter day, young Marvin Gaye walked into Motown Records and met the woman who would change everything. Anna Ruby Gordy, approaching 40, was mature and striking. As Berry Gordy's sister, she held untouchable status at Motown. But meeting Marvin would make this both her greatest asset and her curse. Marvin was a rising star known for stubborn kind of fellow in Hitchhike. He spent countless hours in the studios, but when he first saw Anna, time stopped. Anna noticed his interest, but couldn't grasp how dangerous this would become. Their first conversation happened by chance in the studio corridors. Anna asked about his music while he couldn't look away. This simple exchange began a complex game. Anna saw his talent and charisma. Marvin realized she was beautiful, powerful, and influential. The real question, was this meeting coincidence, or was Anna deliberately crossing the young artist's path? Anna Gordy did nothing by chance. Every move was calculated, every decision strategic. The first signs of forbidden attraction. In the weeks that followed, Marvin and Anna's meetings intensified. He dropped by her office between sessions while she offered career advice. These appeared work-related, but both knew the real reason. Anna was married to Harvey Fuqua, the successful Moonglows musician. But her interest in Marvin was overshadowing this marriage. Marvin was free, unattached. What made this explosive was Anna being Berry's sister. Berry had founded Motown and dominated Detroit's music scene. His sister's closeness to their most promising young talent was problematic personally and professionally. Love ignored logic. Their attraction was so powerful they dismissed every warning sign. Anna's office meetings ran longer. Marvin brought demo recordings. She listened mesmerized by his voice. Studio musicians noticed this growing closeness. Nobody spoke openly, but whispers filled the corridors. Anna Gordy's very interested in young Marvin spread throughout Motown. By fall 1963, Anna and Marvin had crossed all professional boundaries. Both knew it, but neither dared speak openly. Anna was married and Berry's sister. Marvin was a young artist at his career's start. Revelation could devastate both, yet love overturned calculations. They met outside the studio, Detroit's hidden cafes, quiet parks. Anna shared music industry secrets while Marvin revealed his dreams and goals. The age gap created a fascinating dynamic. Anna was worldly and experienced. Marvin remained naive in many areas. She wasn't just falling for him, she was molding him. This empowered their relationship but created dangerous dependency. Marvin's friends warned him, "She's older and more powerful. She could use you, then discard you." But love had clouded his judgment. Anna faced similar warnings about career damage and family reactions, yet she chose her heart over logic. Here came the critical turn. Anna wasn't purely emotional, she was calculating and strategic. Her love was real, but she considered what advantages it might bring. Marvin sensed this, feeling like a piece in Anna's game. Harvey Fuqua wasn't just known in Motown circles. He was a tough music industry veteran. His Moonglow success earned him respect, and his marriage to Anna was seen as a strategic alliance between music dynasties. Harvey noticed his wife's growing closeness to young Marvin. Initially dismissing it as normal business interaction, he gradually realized this exceeded professional boundaries. Anna's behavior changed. Later nights, extended Motown hours, distant demeanor at home. When Harvey questioned her, Anna deflected. This tension infected Motown's dynamics. Harvey grew cold toward Berry Gordy, who noticed but hesitated to interfere in his sister's private life. Marvin found himself trapped. He wanted to pursue his love for Anna, but feared Harvey's reaction and career damage. This internal conflict infused his music with new emotional intensity. The crisis peaked when Harvey issued an ultimatum. End things with Marvin Gaye or this marriage ends. Anna faced an impossible choice. Divorce wasn't just personal. It could jeopardize her Motown position and security. Berry Gordy could no longer ignore his sister's relationship with Marvin. As Motown's founder, he had to protect the company's reputation while considering Anna's happiness. An impossible position. His main concern was the precedent this would set for other artists. Openly approving the relationship might normalize similar situations, disrupting the professional atmosphere. Yet Marvin was too talented to lose, and Anna too important to alienate. Berry talked to Anna first. "This relationship is harming the company," he said. "Your problems with Harvey are drawing attention. We need a solution." Anna understood his concerns but couldn't ignore her feelings. Marvin is special. This isn't a whim, it's serious. Berry's advice included resolving things with Harvey properly. If you want a future with Marvin, end your current marriage correctly first. This was essentially approval of the situation. He also spoke with Marvin, seeing the young man's nervousness. "You're very talented, but I don't want this harming your career. Think about the consequences." By late 1963, Anna decided to divorce Harvey Fuqua. This wasn't just personal. It was the first step toward legitimizing her relationship with Marvin. Harvey initially resisted, but eventually agreed when he realized prolonging the situation would harm everyone. The divorce created massive buzz in Motown circles. Anna Gordy ending her marriage for someone 17 years younger dominated Detroit music conversations for months. Some called her foolish. Others praised her courage. After Anna's divorce was finalized, their relationship became public. They appeared together at Detroit social events. Despite the age gap, Anna's youthful appearance and Marvin's maturing demeanor made them appear surprisingly harmonious. Marvin's music evolved during this period. Under Anna's influence, his songs became more sophisticated and soulful. Pride and Joy was rumored to be written for Anna. Its lyrics certainly reflected love for a mature woman. Anna began taking an active role in directing Marvin's career. She had a say in which songs he would choose and which producers he would work with. This situation yielded positive results for Marvin's career, but also increased his dependency on her. In June 1964, Anna and Marvin married. This decision balanced personal desire with strategic calculation. Anna wanted social legitimacy. Marvin wanted to formalize their bond and advance his career under her protection. The marriage shocked Motown circles. A 17-year age gap, especially with the woman being older, violated social norms. Detroit's social elite talked about little else for months. The ceremony was deliberately low-key. Only close friends and family attended, including Berry Gordy showing support for his sister's choice. Post-marriage, they lived in Anna's Detroit home, formerly shared with Harvey, but now theirs alone. Between 1965 and 1967, Marvin experienced his breakthrough period. Classics like "I Heard It Through the Grapevine" emerged, with Anna's guidance playing a crucial role. But increasing fame brought new pressures. Media attention intensified on the couple. The age difference and Anna's connection to Berry became constant press topics. This particularly bothered Anna, who felt reduced to Berry Gordy's sister, overshadowing her own identity. Their social life changed dramatically. Marvin's young fans treated Anna with distance, making her feel excluded. Even during their marriage's brightest moments, age-related problems persisted. Marvin craved freedom and fun with peers. Anna preferred stability. Marvin's music also began to reflect these tensions. Alongside love, the search for freedom also began to become a theme in his songs. In songs like "I Want You," passionate but complex emotions were expressed. Anna noticed these changes but was hesitant about intervening. Another factor affecting the couple's marriage during this period was the issue of having children. Anna was concerned about becoming a mother due to her age. Marvin, on the other hand, thought he was ready to become a father. This issue became a frequently discussed but unresolved matter between them. By 1968, serious cracks began to appear in Anna and Marvin's marriage. Marvin's increasing fame was offering him different options. Young female fans, being the center of attention at social events, were reducing his dependency on Anna. Anna was watching her husband's transformation with concern. Marvin was no longer listening to her advice as much as before. He was acting more independently in his musical decisions. This situation conflicted with Anna's controlling nature. The couple's first major crisis emerged during the tensions Marvin experienced regarding his What's Going On album. This album was the product of Marvin's desire to make songs filled with social and political messages. Anna, however, was concerned that such topics could harm Marvin's commercial success. The arguments surrounding the What's Going On album weren't just musical differences. They were also a reflection of the couple's different perspectives on life. Marvin, as a young man, carried dreams of changing the world. Anna, on the other hand, advocated more pragmatic and cautious approaches. During this period, changes were also observed in Marvin's behavior. He began spending less time at home. He worked for hours in the studio, coming home late at night. Anna interpreted this situation as a sign that her husband was cooling off from her. The tension in their relationship also began to attract the attention of those around them. Friends working at Motown observed that the couple was no longer as harmonious as before. Berry Gordy also noticed the problems in his sister's marriage, but was hesitant about intervening. During this crisis period, the couple's communication also began to deteriorate. Topics they used to talk about for hours had now turned into short, informal discussions. Anna's approach toward Marvin became more critical, while Marvin also acted more distant toward his wife. In 1965, a new dimension was added to Anna and Marvin's marriage. They adopted Marvin III, Marvin's son from a previous relationship. This decision aimed to strengthen the couple's relationship. Anna had always expressed her desire to be a mother, and this opportunity gave her the chance to realize this dream. The adoption of Marvin III became a great source of happiness for Anna. She formed a close bond with the child and was meticulous about his education. Marvin was pleased that his son was accepted by Anna. This situation created a new bond in their marriage. However, the issue of having children wasn't completely resolved. Anna was still undecided about having a biological child. The age factor increased her concerns about this matter. Marvin, on the other hand, dreamed of having his own child with Anna. During this period, traces of themes related to fatherhood began to appear in Marvin's music. Songs he wrote about children showed how much importance he placed on this subject. Anna also noticed this change and saw what a good father her husband could be. The presence of Marvin III also changed the couple's social life. They now had to adopt a more family-oriented lifestyle. This meant a big change, especially for Marvin. Despite his young age, he had to take on fatherly responsibilities. Anna was successfully fulfilling her stepmother role. She had formed a close relationship with Marvin III and took an active role in his education and development. This situation increased Marvin's respect for Anna. Anna's role in Marvin's musical career wasn't limited to being just supportive. She also functioned as an active director and consultant. This situation had both positive and negative effects on the couple's relationship. Anna's experience and network in music opened important doors for Marvin's career. Thanks to her position at Motown, he had the opportunity to work with the best producers and musicians. This situation was very valuable for Marvin's musical development. However, Anna's insistence on musical matters sometimes limited Marvin's creative freedom. Her opinions were decisive about which songs he would record and what style of music he would make. This situation became problematic for Marvin's development of his artistic identity. The arguments experienced during Marvin's What's Going On album process were the clearest example of this tension. Marvin wanted to make songs containing social messages. Anna, however, thought that such topics could jeopardize commercial success. This difference led to serious arguments. During this period, Marvin's musical vision began to expand. He wanted to address not only love songs but also social and political issues. Anna, on the other hand, argued that he should stay with safer and more commercial topics. This difference in approach strained the couple's relationship. These tensions also began to be seen in studio work. Anna frequently attended Marvin's recording sessions, expressing her opinions. Marvin began to feel that these interventions hindered his creativity. During this period, Marvin's relationships with other musicians also changed. He had to reject some collaborations due to Anna's influence. This situation began to negatively affect his reputation in music circles. Perhaps the most critical issue in Anna and Marvin's marriage was the constantly changing power dynamics between them. At the beginning of the marriage, Anna was in the dominant position due to both her age and her position at Motown. Marvin had accepted this situation and had even benefited from Anna's guidance. However, with Marvin's rise to fame, this balance began to change. He was now an artist who could stand on his own feet. His need for Anna's protection and guidance had decreased. This situation began to fundamentally shake the couple's dynamics. Anna was uncomfortable with her husband's increasing independence. For many years, she had had a say in every area of Marvin's life. Now the loss of this control was worrying her. She feared that Marvin's success would make her unnecessary. Marvin, on the other hand, had begun to be overwhelmed by Anna's controlling approach. He now wanted to make his own decisions and choices. However, his emotional attachment to Anna and his sense of gratitude made this liberation process difficult. These power struggles were also reflected in the couple's daily life. Even simple decisions became subjects of discussion. What events Marvin would attend, who he would meet with, even how he would dress were among the topics Anna intervened in. Marvin's circle of friends was also affected by this situation. Anna saw some of her husband's friends as inappropriate people for him. These judgments restricted Marvin's social circle. Similar problems were experienced in financial matters. Marvin's earnings were managed by Anna. Although this situation initially seemed like a practical solution, it eventually became a factor limiting Marvin's freedom. By 1970, both Marvin and Anna had evolved. Marvin, approaching 30, was becoming a mature artist addressing social issues through albums like What's Going On? Anna, now past 40, struggled to understand his new artistic direction. The What's Going On album's 1971 success gave Marvin new confidence. He no longer needed Anna's approval as desperately. This shift became their marriage's turning point, as he craved independence while she feared losing relevance. Their power dynamics completely reversed. Anna had initially dominated through age and position, but Marvin's fame made him self-sufficient. Anna's controlling nature clashed with his desire for freedom, creating daily friction over everything from career decisions to social interactions. By 1972-1973, their marriage had deteriorated beyond repair. While Marvin's Let's Get It On achieved commercial success, his personal life crumbled. He became withdrawn, spending less time home, more in the studio. Anna watched helplessly as their communication broke down completely. Financial disputes intensified. Marvin's spending exceeded Anna's control, leading to frequent arguments. Rumors of his relationships with other women circulated in music circles, though Anna couldn't confirm their truth. In 1975, Anna courageously filed for divorce, ending their 17-year marriage. The process dominated headlines as Motown's most famous couples separation. Financial matters proved most complex. Marvin's earnings, music rights, and property required extensive negotiation. Marvin made an unexpected proposal. Instead of large alimony payments, he'd give Anna all revenues from his new album, Here, My Dear. This creative yet provocative solution became reality. Here, My Dear explicitly chronicled their marriage story, his disappointments, mixed feelings toward Anna, their relationships' rise and fall. Anna felt uncomfortable having her private life so publicly transformed into music, though she couldn't ignore the financial benefits. When their 1977 divorce finalized, Anna and Marvin pursued completely different paths. Anna refocused on her Motown career, while Marvin struggled with personal demons. The post-divorce period brought Anna both liberation and loneliness. Marvin became increasingly unstable, increased drug use, mounting financial problems. When Here, My Dear failed commercially, he faced both financial and artistic crisis. His 1982 comeback with Sexual Healing pleased Anna, proving he retained his talents. However, Marvin's tragic 1984 death deeply shook her. Despite all their problems, her love had never died. Losing him this way became a profound source of pain. After Marvin's death, Anna actively preserved his legacy, working with their son Marvin III to ensure his father's musical contributions were properly honored. Anna Gordy and Marvin Gaye's story transcended simple romance. This complex drama explored power, age, control, and liberation, the collision between two generations and worldviews that could never truly reconcile. Anna's influence shaped Marvin's most successful periods, yet that same guidance eventually restricted his artistic freedom. Marvin's attitude toward Anna remained contradictory, grateful yet resentful, attached yet desperate for independence. This internal conflict affected both his music and personal relationships. Their 17-year marriage taught both profound lessons about love's limitations. Anna learned the challenges of nurturing a young man. Marvin discovered the requirements of living with a mature woman. Both emerged changed from this experience. This story's place in Motown history illuminates the company's internal dynamics, power structures, and the intersection of personal relationships with professional success. More broadly, it contains universal themes still relevant today: age gap, relationship difficulties, power imbalance problems, and the fine line between love and control. Anna Gordy and Marvin Gaye's story thus stands as one of music history's most striking tales of love and power struggle, painfully demonstrating that love alone isn't always enough, that harmony requires more than emotions to sustain,